जनवल्लभ
गिरिवरधारी
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यमुनातीरावनचारि हरि जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज विहारी
जय
राधा माधव कुंज
कुञ्ज
बिहारी
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण हरे
कृष्ण
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 हरे
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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
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 हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे राम
हरे
हरे राम
राम
राम राम
हरे
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 जय राधा वल्लभ श्री राधे
जय
जय
राधा
राम
वल्लभ राधा वल्लभ
राम
श्री राधे
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा
जय
जय
जगन्नाथ जय
जगन्नाथ जय
जगन्नाथ
जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा
देवा जय सुभद्रा
जय 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 प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा
जय
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 प्रभुपाद
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 जय जय
जय
प्रभुपाद
जय 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 गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय जय
गुरुदेव
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 गुरुदेव जय
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 जय गुरु
गुरुदेव
निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
नित्य
नित्य
गौर हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल
हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल
हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल
नित्य
हरि
गौर
बोल हरि बोल
निताय गौर प्रेमानंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
जय
Thank you everyone for joining. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो
भगवते
वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेव
वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
So we are learning chapter 15, Yoga of Supreme Person, which is Purushottama Yoga. So let us read from text 1 to text 15. Shri Bhagavan Vacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Urdhvamoolamad Shakam
ऊर्ध्वमूलं मदाशाखम्
Ashwatham Prahuravyayam
अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम्
Chandamsi Yasya Parnani
छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि
Yastam Veda Saveda Ved.
यस्तं वेद स वेद।
यत्संवेदसवेदवित्
Everyone can repeat after me. अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसुतास्तस्य शाखा
अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा
शाखा
गुणा प्रवृत्ता विषया प्रवालः
गुणा प्रवृद्धा
गुणा
विषया प्रवालः
अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि
अधश्च
आदर्श
मूलानि
मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि
कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके
कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके
न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते
न रूपमस्येह
ततोपलभ्यते
नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा
नान्तो
न
न
चादिर्न
चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा
अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम्
अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम्
आसङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा
आसक्तेन दृढेन चित्वा
ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम्
ततः पदं तत्पथमार्गतव्यम्
यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः
यस्मिन् गता न निर्वर्तन्ति भूयः
वर्तन्ति भूयः
निवर्तन्ति भूयः
तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये
तमेव
चाद्यं
चाद्यं पुरुषं
पुरुषं
प्रपद्ये
प्रपद्ये
यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी
यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता
प्रसृता
पुराणी
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा
संगदोषा
अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामः
आध्यात्मिका विनिर्मितकाम
कामः
So this is Adhyatma, okay? Adhyatma Nitya Vinivruttakamah
आध्यात्मिका विनिर्मितकामः
Dhandir Vimukta Sukadukha
गन्धेर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञे
Gacchantyamuda Padamavyayam Tad
गच्छन् मूढापदमाव्ययम् तत्
Na tad bhasyate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha
न तद्भयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः
na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha
न तद्भासते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः
Yad gatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama
यद्गत्वा वर्तन्ते तद्भावं
मम
मम
ममेवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः
ममैवांशो
मांसो जीवलोके
सनातनः
मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति
मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति
शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः
शरीरं
शरीरवाप्नोति
यद्माप्नोति
चाप्युत्क्रामति ईश्वरः
तत्तत्त्वस्य
गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्
गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति
याति
वायुर्गन्धानि
वायुर्गन्धनिवासः
श्रोत्रं चक्षुः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च
श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च
अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते
अधिष्ठाय संचायं उपसेवते
विषयानुपसेवते
विषयानुपसेवते
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितम्
उत्क्रामन्तरं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणं गुणावितं
गुणान्वितं
गुणान्वितं
विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः
विमूढानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मान्यवस्थितम्
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्ति आत्मानमवस्थितम्
पश्यन्त्यात्मान्यवस्थितम्
पश्यन्त्यात्मानिवस्थितम्
So you can read this one. पश्यन्त्यात्मान्यवस्थितम्
पश्यन्त्यात्मानिवस्थितम्
यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः
यतन्तो वाक्कृत्मानो पश्यन्त्यचेतसः
यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः
यतन्तोऽपि कृत्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसः
Yeah, you can point your finger if you are missing some words, some letters. So yatantopyakrutatmano, like that you can do. Yatantopyakrutatmano, repeat after me.
यतन्तोऽपि कृतात्मानो
So when you point a finger, it becomes easy. Yatantopyakrutatmano,
यतन्तोऽपि कृतात्मानो
nainam pasyantyachetasaha.
नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसः
Pashyantya. This will become tya. Tya.
नैनं पश्यन्तः चेतसः
So this will become half and it will combine. Pashyantya. Pashyantya.
पश्यन्त
Yes. Tya. Tya. This is tya.
पश्यन्त्य
Yes. So nainam pashyantya chetasaha.
नैनं पश्यन्त्य चेतसः
यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भास्यतेऽखिलम्
यदादित्यगतं तेनो जगद्भास्यते अखिलम्
यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्
तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्
गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा
भूतानि धारयाम्यहं चेतसः
धारयाम्यहम् ओजसा
धारयाम्यहं ओजसा
पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
उष्णामि ज्योतिषि सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः
वैष्णो नरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचन्यं
विधम्
चतुर्विधम्
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचन्यं
Yes. By understanding the meaning, it becomes very easy. Like prana and apana vayu, samayukta, balancing, and pachamyannam chaturvidam, four types of food grains I digest. Krishna is saying. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो
सर्वस्य चाहं
चाहं सन्निविष्टो
मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च
मतः
स्मृतिज्ञानपोहनं च
स्मृतिर्ज्ञानञ्च
वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो
वेदैश्च सर्वेऽहमेव वेद्यो
वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
वेदान्तकृद्देव विदेह चाहम्
So up to here we did last week. Today we are doing 16 and 17. Okay. So up to here we saw that Krishna as a supreme maintainer, right? Now this section onwards we'll see how Krishna is Purushottam. Okay, Krishna is proving himself as Purushottama in the next 5 verses. So Dvavimo Purusho Loke
द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके
Kshara Chakshara Eva Cha
अक्षरचार एव च
Kshara Sharash sorry Ksharaschakshara Eva Cha.
क्षरश्चक्षर च एव च
So this is Sha, okay? Sharash Chakshara Eva Cha.
क्षरश्चाक्षर
क्षरश्चाक्षर
एव च
एव च
Dvavimo Purusho Loke. Sorry.
द्वाविमौ
Dvavimo
पुरुषौ
Purusho
लोके
Loke.
द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके
Ksharaschakshara Eva Cha.
क्षरश्चाक्षर
क्षरश्चाक्षर
एव च
एव च
Kshara Sarvani Bhutani.
क्षर सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
भूतानि
भूतानि
Kutasthoakshara Uchyate.
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
कूटस्थोऽक्षरोच्यते
उच्यते
Dvavimo Purusho Loke.
द्वाविमौ
इमे
पुरुषौ
पुरुषो
लोके
लोके
Ksharaschakshara Eva Cha.
क्षरश्चाक्षर एव
क्षरश्चाक्षर
च
एव च
Kshara Sarvani Bhutani.
क्षर सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
भूतानि
भूतानि
Kutasthoakshara Uchyate.
कूटस्थोऽक्षर
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
उच्यते
उच्यते
Okay, so this akshara is like bit silent. This a is bit silent, little bit silent. Okay, so kutastha akshara uchyate, not totally akshara, but kutastha akshara uchyate, like that. Okay,
कुटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
yeah, we are not speaking fully, so kutastha akshara uchyate.
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
कूटस्थोऽक्षर
उच्यते
We can
उच्यते
hear just little bit of okay, that is the meaning of this the. द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च
द्वाविमो पुरुषो
पुरुषौ
लोके
लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर
क्षरश्चाक्षर
एव च
एव च
क्षर सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
क्षर
क्षर
सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
भूतानि
भूतानि
कूटस्थोऽक्षर
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
उच्यते
उच्यते
okay so would you like to repeat after me or after, like would you like to recite sorry yeah who would like to Sanjita Mataji you start
द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके द्वाविमौ
द्वौ
पुरुषौ
पुरुषो
लोके
लोके
क्षरक्षाक्षर एव च क्षरश्चाक्षर
क्षरश्चाक्षर
एव
एव
च
च
चलो मेरे गुल्ले राजा चलो रे मेरे गुल्ले राजा
क्षर सर्वाणि भूतानि
सर्वाणि
कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
कुटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
कुटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
yes Rubina Mataji if your background is okay yeah
द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके
द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ
पुरुषो
लोके
लोके
क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च
क्षरश्चाक्षर
क्षरश्चाक्षर
एव च
एव च
क्षर सर्वाणि भूतानि
क्षर सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
भूतानि
भूतानि
कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
उच्यते
उच्यते
yes Abhishek Prabhu
द्वाविमौ पुरुषो लोके
द्वाविमौ
द्वौ
पुरुषौ
पुरुषौ
लोके
लोके
सरश्चाक्षर एव च
शरश्चाक्षर
Sarashtakshara
एव
eva
च
cha.
सरस् सर्वाणि भूतानि
Shara
शरः
sarvani
सर्वाणि
bhutani.
भूतानि
कूटस्थक्षर उच्यते
Kutasthakshara
कूटस्थोऽक्षर
uच्यते.
उच्यते
Yes, Vaishali Mate. Sorry, I didn't see you at all.
द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके
Dvamimo
द्वाविमो
purusho
पुरुषो
loke.
शरश्चाक्षर एव च
शरश्चाक्षर एव च
Sarashtakshara eva cha.
शरः सर्वाणि भूतानि
शरः
Sarvani
सर्वाणि भूतानि
bhutani.
कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
Kutasthakshara
कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते
uच्यते. So we'll see the synonyms. Dvav,
द्वौ
two,
टु
imau,
इमौ
these,
these
purusho,
पुरुषौ
living entities,
living entities
loke,
लोके
in the world,
in the world
kshara,
क्षरः
fallible,
fallible
cha,
च
and
and
akshara,
क्षरः
infallible,
infallible
eva,
एव
certainly,
certainly
cha,
च
and
and
kshara,
क्षरः
fallible,
fallible
sarvani,
सर्वाणि
all,
all
bhutani,
भूतानि
living entities,
living entities
kutta, stha,
कुटस्थ
in oneness,
inverse
akshara,
अक्षर
infallible,
infallible
uchyate,
उच्यते
is said.
is said
So, dvau imau purusho loke. In this world, there are dva means two types of purusho, living entities. Kshara, chakshara, evacha. Kshara and akshara means fallible and infallible. Akshara means infallible. Kshara sarvani bhutani. So, kshara sarvani bhutani means all the living entities are fallible. Kutasto akshara uchyate, except of those who are one with Krishna. So on the one side, we are just not supporting the theory of monism. Last time we learned that, but at the same time, the people who are in spiritual world, this is for that this shloka. This kutastha akshara uchyate, the people who are in the living entities who are in spiritual world, for them this one is applicable. So like there is a swamsha and vibhinamsha, that's here, we will learn it soon. So swamsha is Krishna's own part and parts, that they are their inseparable living entities like Balrama, Radharani, and other incarnation like Narsimha, Rama, those, and also the Nandu Maharaja, Krishna's cowherd friends, all the family members of Krishna, they are infallible because they are all in spiritual world. So they are almost swamsha. Krishna has created them out of his sweet will, and they are his own expansions, Krishna's own expansions. They are infallible, but they are different. Like Radharani is different, Balram is different. They are individuals, but they are infallible. They are also infallible because they are swamsha, and we are vibhinamsha. We are separate entities. Okay, so that is what this verse says. Okay, so we'll read the translation. There are two classes of beings. Yeah, you
There
can
are two
repeat after
classes.
me.
There are two classes of beings:
The fallible and the infallible.
the fallible and the infallible.
In the material world, every living entity is fallible.
In the material world, every living entity is fallible.
And in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible.
And in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible.
So there are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that Krishna is saying in this chapter itself that Mame Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manasasthani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. So this Prakriti plays a very big role in Jiva Bhuta. Actually, we are Jiva Bhuta means living entity, okay, but we are called actually spirit souls. We are spirit souls. Our souls are spiritual, completely spiritual. But while we come into contact with this prakriti, this material world, we acquire these three modes of we are supposed to get bound by the three modes of material nature. So that is why we become from the spiritual spirit soul, we become conditioned souls. So because we are conditioned by these three modes of material nature, we have to go through it. We cannot cross over it unless and until we do pure devotional service, then we can go above these three modes of material nature, and we can remain in the pure mode of goodness. Otherwise we are bound, we are conditioned living entities. That is why we are not called in this material world, we cannot call ourselves as spirit souls. We are actually conditioned souls. So because we are conditioned souls, and because we are entrapped by these three modes of material nature, we are all fallible. So fallible means we can we can fall down from our positions, right? From our position, we were previously we were all with Krishna, but then we fell down because of our own because we had this tendency of lording over material world. So because of that, until and unless we have this anarthas with material world, in this material world we have some anarthas like Kam, Krodha, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, 6 kind of anarthas. And also we are under these three modes of material nature, and also the three kinds of klesha, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and Adhyatmik. So under all this influence, there are full chances that we'll fall down. Okay, so to remain stable in the and to continuously associate with Krishna, we have to give all the tests, and we have to remain very firm in our bhakti and sadhana. Otherwise, there are full chances that we fall down from our positions. Once I was hearing Leela Pusham Prabhu's student Abhay Chaitanya Prabhu, he was saying that our boat of devotional service is we are sailing nicely, but sometimes we tend to sink, and like our boat tend to sink. But if we don't balance and come back to our position, it sunks. It gets sunk forever, and it's very difficult then to get back into the boat and swim again, right? Again sail, sorry. So that is why as soon as our boat gets agitated little bit, then we have to again uh, mm, keep like try to keep it steady. Otherwise we might just fall down. So because that is our nature, that's why we are called fallen souls. We usually in ISKCON we write, that's why this terminology has come into picture. We are fallen souls. So already we have fall down from this spiritual world, and then here also there are full chances we are under completely guided by the Maya Devi most of the times. Whatever she says, we are ordained by her. So, so we are under complete influence of material nature, Maya Devi. So, कृष्ण है सूर्य समान, माया है अंधकार, जहां नहीं, जहां जहां कृष्ण वहां नहीं माया राधिकार. So when we take to Krishna consciousness, it's like a two sides of a coin. So if we are in Krishna, Maya can't touch it, and if we are under Maya, then Krishna is far far away from us. So that is why we are. These are some reason why I'm giving to understand why we are fallible souls, why we are Kshara. Kshara, here it is written Kshara. So we are all Ksharas, and we are ever Kshara. Since time immemorial, we are Ksharas. We are always tend to get fall down. Why? Because we are separate amshas of Krishna. They are vibhinna amsha. There are swamsha and there are vibhinna amsha. Although we are part and parcel of Krishna, but we are separated energy of Krishna. We are not his own energy. Okay, so in the separated energy, there are in last lecture in the children classes, I was teaching them para shakti and apara shakti. Okay, so apara is the material nature. So material nature is apara shakti, and para shakti is living entity plus the swamsha of Krishna, like Radharani, Balram, those people. So we are also Parashakti of Krishna. We are Para means we are spiritual living entities. Not like Mayadevi. Mayadevi is completely completely Aparashakti. Not Mayadevi, but like material world, the Jad Jagat, the planets, and the Bhumi, Rapana, Lavayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhi. So five material elements like earth, water, air, fire, and ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are all completely apara shakti of Krishna. So that is the material energy of Krishna. But we are parashakti of Krishna. If you give me 2 minutes, I can quickly show you that chart. So it will be very easy for you to understand instead of me speaking and you try to understand. Wait a moment. I'll just quickly show you. Last week only, this Tuesday only, we had a class and we learned about that. So I have that picture with me. I will show you. Yes, this one. Okay, I have to stop the screen and I have to show you that one. Okay, so these are different energies of Krishna, Shakti of Krishna, spiritual and apara, para and apara. Okay, and spiritual or para Shakti is superior Shakti, and apara is inferior nature of Krishna. So there is two types of, again, two kind of spiritual Shaktis, Antaranga and Tatastha. So Antaranga is internal potency of Krishna, and like Radharani and his own expansion and everything comes under his own potency. And Tatastha means marginal potency, like the jivas, okay, the souls and those kind of things, souls, yes, and the material energy. So lacking in consciousness. This is Jada Jagat. That's why it is called Jada Jagat. Earth, water, air, fire, and either mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are material energies of Krishna. So, and they are Bahiranga, external potencies of Krishna. Bhumi, Rapo, Nalavayu, Khammano, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankara, Ityam, Bhinna Prakriti, Astata. Bhinna Prakriti. They are Vibhinna, completely Vibhinna amshas of Krishna. So, this is material world. So, soul is superior to material world. So, because it comes under spiritual energy, but still material energy can dictate the soul. Why? Because material energy is directly controlled by Krishna, you can see. So because this is directly controlled by Krishna, still this material energy can overpower the jiva. So although jiva thinks that I can I can control material world, it happens the other way around, that we are always under the control of material energy. So because it is completely under control by Krishna, material energy. So, and in Jivas also, these are the Swamshas and these are Vibhinnamsha. Because we are Vibhinnamsha of Krishna, we are called marginal potency. Sometimes we'll go towards internal potency of Krishna, then we'll do bhajan kriya and everything, sadhu sangha. And sometimes we are completely under the influence of external energy. That's why we are called marginal potencies of Krishna. नदी के किनारे पर है तो नदी में जा भी सकते हैं और किनारे पे भी जा सकते हैं. So we are, that's why tatastha. Tata means kinara, like tata, right? So the banks of the river or the ocean. So that's why we can go inside the ocean, we can sink, and then otherwise we can stay in the on the shore. So we have options to enjoy or to struggle. So for eternal enjoyment, we should connect with Antaranga Shakti of Krishna. But most of the time, we remain here. So that's why we are always, our boat is always shaking. So this is the reason. So that's why we are Akshara. And the people who are here, they are Aksharas. Vishuddha Sattva. So they are under Vishuddha Sattva. And Jiva Bhuta is under mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, because we are actually not even spirit souls, we are conditioned soul in the material world. So that's why we have to be very careful in this material world. Okay, so let's go back to the shloka. Any questions about this?
Yes, Mataji, but मेरे पीछे थोड़ा सा sound है.
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं माता जी.
Mataji, हम क्यों है तटस्थ?
Because we are separated energy of Krishna, separated, we are always separated, and we can never be combined to Krishna. That is why monism theory Prabhupada ने कभी भी नहीं sanction किया है. We can never be one with Krishna, although we think that we can, when we get liberated, we can, like वो monism theory जो है कि that
We can be one with
merge
God.
with Krishna. Yes, so that is actually not merging with Krishna. We can only merge with his effulgence of Krishna. We can stay there for the millions and thousands of years as just a particle in his effulgence and nothing. That is called Sayujya Mukti. So there are 5 kinds of muktis. So this is called Sayujya Mukti, where a living entity is called merging with Krishna, but it is not actually merging. So it is merging with the effulgence. So then there are other 4 kinds of muktis, which are called Sarupya, Salokya, Sanidhya, and Sasti.
तो माताजी, do we qualify for those kind of muktis कि हम हमेशा ही ऐसे रहेंगे?
Yes, we are qualified. Actually, the Paramatmavadi and the Bhakti Yogi, these 2 people can achieve this 4 kind of muktis. And the people who are Brahmavadi, they will merge with the effulgence, and they will remain as a particle for the thousands of years. So
Mataji, sorry, there's a little bit of mean question here. So when we merge in effulgence, when one merges in effulgence, then the person is with God, with Krishna, right?
Yeah.
And when they attain any other kind of mukti, then also they are with Krishna, right?
No, but with the effulgence, they don't have they don't have any association with Krishna. There is no Krishna. They don't have any opportunity for serving Krishna.
And in that stage, they don't even have any knowledge of Krishna's form. Is that so?
No. The Atma is always Sachidanand. It is full of knowledge, eternity, and bliss. So it will remain in bliss, eternity and knowledge. It is full of knowledge. The Atma itself is like that. So it will be without any coverings even. mind, intelligence, and false ego, they won't go in the Sayudhya Mukti with the person. They are completely they are completely, that person can get rid of these three things in his subtle body completely. Then only these muktis are like that. So while you are getting moksha, this your subtle body is certainly not coming with you. So your only your soul is going there. But
Yeah.
because you desired for merging with Krishna, and same like, so these people are Krishna aparadhi actually.
How
Because because they think that they can become one with Krishna. They don't believe in the supremacy of Krishna. They don't accept Krishna as the supreme personality of God and we are the servants of Krishna. They don't understand this concept that we are separated energy of Krishna. We can never merge with Krishna. So because of lack of knowledge or because of our false ego of lording over material world, why Krishna only God? Still we also think like that, right? So this is the animosity towards Krishna. So these all people are Krishna aparadhi. So in the same way, like on the battlefield, all the Kaurava Sena, they were given moksha. So what was that moksha? That was this liberation, this Sayujya Mukti. Even Kamsa, the kind of people like Kamsa, you can see when you watch Krishna movie, it shows that when Kamsa died, Kamsa's soul went inside Krishna's head, like this.
Yes,
Yes.
that's how we showed. Yeah.
So that is oneness. That is called monism theory. But why when this comes? Because Krishna doesn't want such kind of people in his own, like Duryodhan kind of people. So in this material world also there are these Brahmavadi people who think that I only know some people that they say that not in this birth. Then we are planning to meditate on Krishna or the super soul or something for 1,000 years, and it is estimated that we will get the mukti. So they are after mukti. So they are desiring for the mukti. So they don't have separate ambition of serving Krishna or whatever Krishna, like complete surrender to Krishna. They have this mentality of getting rid of this material world somehow or other, and they don't have any desire to actually serve Krishna. So that is why they are called in Chaitanya Charitamrita. They said that Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakala Ashanta Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Ataiva Shanta. So Krishna Bhakta है हमेशा शांत है. क्यों? क्योंकि उसमें ये सब नहीं है, भुक्ति नहीं है. भुक्ति मीन्स the karmis, okay, who are after
भोग करने की इच्छा.
भोग करने के, हाँ, who are after just enjoying, right? Bhukti, mukti means the Brahmavadis or Mayavadis who are after liberation, and liberation, just liberation. Okay, so whatever is given by Krishna, because we were ought to get this body, that's why we are given this. So this is Krishna's desire to, or our desire rather, actually. That's why we are here. Okay. So now to get rid of it, we are planning to get rid of it, and we are not planning to serve Krishna, or we don't want to become subordinate of Krishna. So that is why, and actually these personalities, they don't want to fight with these material conditions. So they want to just escape from this. So that is one reason, these Brahmavadis. So Brahmavadi, that's why we can see that the Shankaracharya sect, they haven't, Prabhupada writes in this Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita's introduction that they haven't touched Srimad Bhagavatam to translate Srimad Bhagavatam. and they said that we will never do that, like we can never, like they accepted that that is not our part. So that's why they don't touch Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is completely about the pastimes between Krishna and his devotees. So because they don't, they are impersonalist. They are impersonalist. They think that Krishna is just an effulgence. They don't believe in the form of Krishna, right? So that's why they are Krishna Aparadi, because they don't, like if we have the form, why can't Krishna have form? If our father has a form, that's why we are having form, right? So so how come Krishna doesn't have form? So there are certain reasons why these people are called Krishna Aparadi. So understanding Krishna as in person is also an aparad to Krishna, because he is Sachidanand Vigraha, and he's completely a person. That's why we are understanding here Purushottam Yoga. So from here itself, people should understand that Krishna is Purushottam. He's a supreme personality of Godhead. Yoga of supreme person. So so that's why they go in, they achieve mukti, but that is Sayujya mukti, because that is their ambition to merge with Krishna. So all the people who are big mystic yogis, and they go to Himalaya to do great penance and everything, because they are Brahmavadi. They believe that Krishna is just an effulgence. Or the Mayavadi people who says that Krishna can be covered by Maya. That's why they are called Mayavadi. If you see in the sky, right? So there are clouds, right? And we see from the ground, it looks like the sun is covered by cloud, right? But actually the sun is never covered by the cloud. So can never be. So while going inside while traveling in the plane, we can understand aeroplane. We can understand the clouds are quite far below the plane, right? So how can they cover the sun? Sun is quite above. So in the same way, Prabhupada gives this analogy that the clouds can never cover sun. In the same way, the Maya is just like cloud, and Maya Devi is prevailing only in the material world. She has nothing to do with the spiritual world. So how can Maya Devi cover Krishna? So they say that so that's why they cannot understand the Bal Leela, the when Krishna's childhood pastime, especially in which he was acting just like a normal fool, the innocent baby, right? So they cannot understand this. Avajanati mamuda manushim tanamashita param bhavam ajananta mama bhuta maheshwaram, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So these people are like that. So at many places Krishna has directly or indirectly pointed this Brahmavadi or Mayavadi. In 12th chapter, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Yoga, that kleshodikataraste avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavat vapyate. So klesh mein rehte hai ye log, avyakta people who thinks that Krishna is unmanifested, avyakta. So Krishna's effulgence is just that. So gatir dukkham dehavat, their gati, their gantavya, their destination is dukkham, is miserable, because we are embodied souls, right? So how we can understand Krishna is formless? It is very difficult to understand. That's why Krishna is saying that gatir dukkham. And in the 7th chapter also he says avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayo param bhavam ajananto mam avyayam anuttamam. Like avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mam abuddhayo, the people who are of less intelligence, they think that I am avyaktam, but they don't understand I am param avyayam. I am inexhaustible. They don't understand this. So at several places, Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna says, still Mayavadis, this kind of people, they remove Krishna from Bhagavad Gita. So this is Krishna Aparadhi. They are Krishna Aparadhi. Because they remove Krishna himself from Bhagavad Gita. When they are giving translation, they will remove Krishna. They are giving, this is like Prabhupada says that they will say that the battlefield of Kurukshetra is our body and Arjuna is the living entity. So they interpret like this. Their interpretations are very different. So they don't consider Krishna as a person. So that's why they don't get to associate with Krishna. They can get liberation from this material world because of their desire. That's why Krishna has created all Brahma, Brahmana effulgence for such kind of people, so that they can remain there, they can enjoy there. But there are full chances they will fall down. The people who are in spiritual world, Yadgatvana nivartante taddhama paramam. That is Vaikuntha Loka. So Vaikuntha Loka, only those people who are Paramatma Vadi or Bhakti Yogi, they can go. So yes.
So Mataji, one question.
Yes.
When these Mayavadis get liberated, do they have to come back to this material world again?
Yes, yes. Thousands of years they will remain in the Brahman effulgence, it is said. And then, because they are fallible, so they will come. We are also fallible. But if we can at all reach the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, then Krishna says, Yad Gatva Nanivartante Tad Dhama Paramam. Paramam, Tad Dhama Paramam. That Dhama, where there is no need of light, no need of fire, no need of electricity, nothing. So, Surya, Shashanko, and Pavaka, nothing is required. That is my Dhama. So that claim is about spiritual world. That is not Brahman effulgence of Krishna. Brahman effulgence is where this Vaikuntha planet are floating. That is the Brahman effulgence. That is also spiritual world. But that is not Krishna's Dhama. That is just Krishna's effulgence. Dhama means his Vrindavan Dhama or the Vaikuntha Dhama. So they are the Dhamas. So that's why this is what my understanding, Mataji.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Brahma Jyoti is like a doorstep of the house. Is that right?
Yeah, yes, you can say that, yes. So Brahma Jyoti is where all the Vaikuntha planets are always floating. So that is also spiritual world. But yeah, like you can say that if you are on the doorstep, then you can't see the person unless they open their door.
Yeah.
So they can never see Krishna, they can never meet Krishna, because they don't believe, they don't desire even, they don't want to see Krishna. They are Krishna Aparadhi. So they don't get chance to serve Krishna, they don't get chance to see Krishna. They are there in the effulgence, they remain in the effulgence for millions of years. In Sachidanand Swarupa, they are always blissful. But there are chances from there they can come back to the spirit, to the material world. They can fall. There are chances of falling down. This is what Prabhupada explains in some part of like Bhagavatam, some purports of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why we should always serve Krishna and like although we all have this tendency of Matsara. So in Bhagavatam, Krishna says that this Bhakti Yoga is for the people who are Nirmatsaranam Satam. So we have to be Nirmatsara, without any animosity. And that is why we should not be enemy, and we should not keep any animosity for the devotees of Krishna especially, and Krishna also. But As a devotee, sometimes we do completely opposite things. So that's a great aparadh. Because Krishna loves his devotees more than himself. So that's why this is all things. There is a shloka I'm forgetting in Bhagavatam. Nirmatsaranam sita vede vastav atra vastu pravadanta patram.
Mataji, how many lok exist?
Yes, pardon me, Harish Prabhu.
कितने लोग कहाँ यहाँ पे एग्जिस्ट करते हैं आप?
स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में कितने लोग हैं?
हाँ,
स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में हजारों वैकुंठ धाम है प्रभु।
एक तो मृत्यु लोक हो गया, देव लोक हो गया, ब्रह्म लोक हो गया।
ये सब कुछ तो हमारा भौतिक जगत है प्रभु।
तो हर एक जगह पे मृत्यु होती है।
हाँ, नहीं, स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में नहीं होता है मृत्यु, मटेरियल
सिर्फ
वर्ल्ड में
हमारे हमारे मृत्यु लोक में ही मृत्यु होती है ना।
यस, मृत्यु लोक कहा जाता है इसको, लेकिन जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि ये हर एक जगह पे है, अप टू ब्रह्मलोक, ऐसा प्रभुपाद कहते हैं। और काफी सारे श्लोकास में भी है शायद ऐसा कि ये सभी लोग में है। देखिए, जैसे कि श्रीमद् भगवद गीता में 9th चैप्टर में भगवान ने बोला है कि त्रैविद्यमां सोम पापूत पापा यज्ञ सर्गतिम प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेंद्र लोकम अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगा ते तम भुक्त्वा स्वर्ग लोकम विशालम क्षीणे पुण्य मर्त्य लोकम विशन्ति। So what they what when their pious karmas are exhausted, okay, these all people, although they are in Swarg Loka, Indra Loka, they come back to the Shine Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti. They come back to this Mrityu Loka, which is earthly planets. So this is called fall down. So although they don't die, this is not death and like, but they fall down to this. They come back to this material world. So if you go to the Brahma Loka, your life is quite long, like 311 trillion 40 billion years like of Brahma. But then you might go to the spiritual world if you are pure devotee, or you might come back to the Mrityu Lok. तो मृत्यु सही बात है, मृत्यु लोक में ही सिर्फ मृत्यु होता है, बाकी सभी जगह में क्या होता है, यू डोंट डाई बिकॉज यू आर देयर एज अ सोल, और ऐसे ही है आप, सो यू डोंट डाई बट यू कम बैक टू द मटेरियल वर्ल्ड। ऑल्दो वी आर ऑल गोइंग देयर, मटेरियल वर्ल्ड पूरे में हमारा सबका ये सटल बॉडी तो रहता ही है, ठीक है, मन बुद्धि अहंकार रहेगा वहां पे, that is accompanying our soul and super soul. These 5 things are always there wherever you are in material world, whether in the Brahma Loka, Satya Loka, Brahma Loka, Swarg Loka, Bhur Loka, Bhuvar Loka, kahin pe bhi. So this subtle body will always remain with us, with the soul. So that's why in the Brahma Loka, Swarg Loka also they have this pride, these things are there. So unless we reach up to spiritual world, हमारा subtle body नहीं जाता है, that time only our subtle body is removed and we can just, our Atma and Paramatma accompanied by Krishna always, we are always accompanied by Krishna. We go even in Brahman effulgence, like Rubina Mataji asked us, even in Brahman effulgence, our subtle body is not there, we are not having any ahankar, but that soul wanted that only, so that's why it has been given, and from there it is said that we can fall down ब्रह्मन एफल्जेंस में से, वहां पे हजारों साल तक वहां पे रहते हैं और फिर हमें आना पड़ता है यहाँ पे, बिकॉज दैट्स नॉट हमारा परम लक्ष्य क्या है, हमारा गंतव्य क्या है, हमारा our what is our goal, we have to go to Krishna, that is our goal. So the soul is still not satisfied, that is why it is said in Bhagavad Gita, klesho adhikatarastesha, they are under klesha, they are having a continuous battle within. So because their soul is not satisfied, soul is satisfied only in the service of Krishna, but because of their own मेंटालिटी लाइक दैट, माइंड फॉल्स ईगो है, उसकी वजह से they have this we can lord over Krishna material world. So that tendency and understanding Krishna as impersonal, because of that they remain in the effulgence. So Brahmalok se bhi वापस आ सकता, Brahmalok is quite in the material world only, it is not in spiritual world.
How to attain satisfaction of her soul?
अब फिर हमारा आगे वो रह जाएगा श्लोका, थोड़ा समय है, वो हम लोग बाद में देखते हैं। प्रभु माता जी आपका क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो गया? रुबीना माता जी,
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, यस, अब नया क्वेश्चन बना, बट
थोड़ा
वी विल गो अहेड एंड देन आई विल आस्क।
यस, जल्दी से ये कर लेते हैं,
यस माता जी।
ऑलरेडी वी आर लेट। या ओके, यस्मात्
उत्तम पुरुषोत्तम।
ओ सॉरी,
17 पर माता जी।
बात कर्मा
आई थिंक आई वाज जस्ट रनिंग एंड आई रैन टू दिस, मुझे लगा कि ये क्या है। ओके, उत्तमः
तमः
पुरुषस्
पुरुषोस
पुरुषस्
पुरुषस
त्वन्यः
पुरुषोत्तम
परमात्मे
परमात्मे
परमात्मेत।
परमात्मे।
ओके, कैसे मैं करूँ? कि परमात्मा परमात्मा इति उदारता,
परमात्मा इति उदारता।
ठीक है। सो परमात्मेत्युदारता,
परमात्मा उदारता।
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
उत्तम पुरुषोत्तम।
पुरुषस
अन्य
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
परमात्मा इति उदारता।
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
बिभर्त्य व्यय
ईश्वरः।
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
उत्तमः पुरुषस्तन्यः
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
परमात्मा इति उदारता।
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
ईश्वरः।
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
उत्तमः
परमाश्रिते
पुरुषोत्तमः परमात्मे
परमात्मा इति उदारता।
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
ईश्वरः।
Okay. You want to repeat? Yes, Sanjita Mataji can try.
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
उत्तमः पुरुषस्तन्यः
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
परमात्मा इति उदारता।
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्व
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य
आविश्य यो
विश्व बिभर्तव्य ईश्वरः।
बिभर्त्य
बिभर्त्य
व्यय
व्यय
ईश्वरः।
ईश्वरः।
बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वर।
बिभर्त्य
बिभर्तव्य ईश्वरः।
Okay. Yes.
तमः पुरुषोत्तम
Yes.
इति
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः।
परमात्मे
Yes, आगे बोलिए प्रभु।
ये लोकात्रय दिव्य
यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
यस, वैशाली माता जी।
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः
यो लोकोत्रयमाविश्य
यो
यो
लोकत्रयमाविश्य
लोकत्रयमाविश्य
बिभर्तव्य ईश्वरः।
बिभर्त्य व्यय ईश्वरः।
यस, रुबीना माता जी।
उत्तमः पुरुषस्तव अन्यः
Uttama Purusha
So this is, don't separate this. Tvanyaha.
Yeah, Tvanyah.
Yes. Purushastvanyah.
Uttamah Purushastvanyah.
Uttama Purushastvanyah.
Paramatmeti Udahrita.
Paramatmeti
Udahrita.
Yo Lokatrayamavishya.
Yo
Yolokatrayamavishya.
Lokatramavishya.
Vibhartya Vyaya Ishvarah.
Vivartyavya
Bhaktya
Very nice. Yes, Abhishek Prabhu.
Uttama Purusha Tvaiva.
Uttama Purushastvanyah. You can repeat this.
Uttama Purusha Stavya.
No, you point out finger. एक बार ऐसे करके देखो. Uttama Purushastvanyah.
Uttama Purusha Stanya.
Uttama Purushastvanyah. Okay.
Paramatmaiti Paramatmaiti Uttutha Paramatmaiti iti Uddharta.
Paramatmaityadahratah.
Yo Lokya, sorry.
You point your finger, Prabhu. ऐसे करो.
Yeah. Yo Lokatrayamavishya.
Yo Lokatrayamavishya.
Vibhartya Vyaya Ishvara.
Vivartyavya Ishvaraha. Okay, good, very nice. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं हम लोग. Synonyms. Uttama,
Uttama,
the best.
the best.
Purusha,
Purusha,
personality.
personality.
Tu,
To
but. Anyaha,
Anya,
another. Parama, Atma,
Parama,
the supreme self.
the Supreme Self.
Iti,
Iti,
thus.
thus,
Udahrata
Uddharata,
is said.
is said.
Ya,
Yeah,
who, Loka,
Loka,
of the universe. Trayam, the three divisions.
the three divisions.
Avishya,
Avishya,
entering. Vibharti,
Bharti,
is maintaining.
is maintaining.
Avyaya,
Avyaya,
inexhaustible.
inexhaustible.
Ishvara,
Ishvara,
the Lord.
Lord.
Translation. Besides these two,
Besides these two,
there is the greatest living personality,
is the greatest living personality,
the Supreme Soul,
the Supreme Soul,
the imperishable Lord Himself,
the imperishable Lord Himself,
who has entered the three worlds
who has entered the three worlds
and is maintaining them.
and is maintaining.
them.
Okay, so here we can see, I will read this out. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. So besides these two means?
Fallible and infallible.
Yes. So besides this fallible and infallible souls, there is a greatest living personality. Besides these two, like fallible and infallible living entities, there is a greatest living entity. This is actually living, not entity, but living personality. So here Prabhupada has written personality. Why? Because here it is again Purusha. Purusha. So this, I don't understand why Mayavadis and those people say that Krishna is formless. So Purusha means it doesn't convey the meaning of impersonalism at all. Krishna says that I am a personality. So the Supreme Soul, who is imperishable Lord, Avyaya Ishvara, and who has entered the three worlds, who enters the three worlds. What are the three worlds? The three worlds means the lower planetary system, the middle planetary system, and higher planetary system. Okay, so these three worlds in the form of, who can tell me how he enters into the three worlds in the form of which Vishnu? And maintaining us. Who is maintaining us? Who is super soul? Which Vishnu? Which Vishnu is in our body?
देखो बेटा मेरे को
Garbhodakshai?
शिरोदक्षाय, शरीर में
Shirodakshaya.
शिरोदक्षाय.
कोई 25 जगह को ही आता तो पसंद नहीं आता.
So this is the Shirodakshaya Vishnu, who is the supreme maintainer. Okay, he is the maintainer.
क्योंकि और 2-3 दिन पैसे आ रहे थे.
So, so who enters the three worlds and maintaining them? So Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he enters into each of the universe. Okay, and from his Navi Kamal, his navel, a lotus emanates, and on this lotus stalk, these three worlds are situated. So the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is specially for is the super soul of the whole universe, and he's responsible for expansion of the universe and maintenance of the universal, like issues, like universal parts and figures and everything. But this what Krishna is saying is about Shirodakshaya Vishnu, because entering into three worlds and maintaining them, like this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters still into each and every atoms and the embodied living entities, souls, embodied living entities, and he enters into each of the bodies also, and he maintains them. So this maintaining the each and every individual or the three worlds, ye yash chahta hai Shirodakshaya Vishnu ko. So in the form of this Shirodakshaya Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, he is the he's maintaining us. So these are his agents who are maintaining us, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So in each and every of the body, they have got the soul and the super soul. So the super soul is basically maintaining the three worlds. Vibharti yo lokatrayam andantarascha paramanu chayantarascha. So in the Brahma Samhita, Krishna, Lord Brahma says that this Govindamadi Purushottam, this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu in the form of Shirodakshaya Vishnu, he enters into each and atom, at every atoms. Andantarascha Paramanu, means Andantarascha means it is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, which enters the Anda, means the Brahmanda. And also he enters in the Paramanu Chayantaras. Paramanu, in the Paramanu means atoms and the molecules in the form of Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So here both the things Lord Brahma has said, that Krishna enters also into the Brahmanda and also into each and every atoms. So in this way he is maintaining us. And he is above these two, means the Swamsha and Vibhinnamsha. So he is above even the Swamsha. So Swamshas are his internal potency, like the Radharani or Krishna or his own incarnations, Mahavishnu's incarnations, right? Dashavatar, right? So above, although they are also infallible, but above this infallible living entities also there is another supremely responsible personality, and who is imperishable, Lord himself. So that is the supreme personality of Godhead. He enters as a supreme soul, the supreme soul. Who has entered? See, here we can see, here clearly we can see, besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the supreme soul. So this is very important. The supreme soul, the imperishable Lord himself. So Lord himself in the form of Supreme Soul who has entered into three worlds and is maintaining them. So this is Supreme Soul. Supreme Soul is Shirodakshaya Vishnu, the Super Soul. So this is, your doubt may be clear by this thing. So yes. So, but although he's a soul, but he's a personality. So this is very important. So that is why it is called Purushottama Yoga, the yoga of a supreme person. Okay. So this verse is almost understood. Everybody understood. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you so much. And any questions? If you have any questions, you can write in the group, and I can answer there, and we all can discuss over there, or in the next class we can discuss, because maybe some few of us are having busy schedule and they might have to wait for us. So we'll conclude this session. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, so much.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.